Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Occult Think Tank. My name is Greg. In this video, I am going to talk about the dangers of the New Age movement. This person that I had showed clips of what they had posted before, when they first showed up on my videos, they were essentially blowing smoke up my ass, trying to ingratiate themselves into my comment section and essentially make it all about them. It's typical horse shit of somebody that is trying to get attention, and I don't really care, but I'm not going to automatically buy into whatever bullshit you're trying to push, especially when you don't have a YouTube channel of your own and putting out your own content. Because if you were such an expert in a particular field, I would think that you would have your own YouTube channel and not just be spouting buzzwords. Yes, this is about buzzwords. Because all of this low frequency or high frequency shit, there could be something to it, but really it comes down to buzzwords. It is a word that they have heard that they're like, ooh, I like the sound of that. It tickles my ears. Just like the religious do with various things with their Bible. The Bible actually refers to it. I don't know if they use the term of itchy ears, but there's the if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. But really, what this comes down to is a lot of people that buy into the New Age bullshit have what is termed itchy ears. They want something that's going to tantalize their ear. But they either don't understand grammar, or don't understand, and it comes into grammar, but they don't understand you put a space after a period or a question mark. It is separating sentences, not having everything crammed together. But one of the things you will see with this person's posts is every single time they have a period, then no space, and the next word. Over and over and over again. This is the same type of person that doesn't use apostrophes. Frankly, I guess I should be grateful that they're using spaces at all and not just having one massive run-on sentence of all kinds of letters, or periods at all to just have one massive run-on sentence. But I have highlighted in red where they had said I was nearly speculating. Nearly? Do you mean merely? Merely is similar to nearly, but if you're just speculating, and what I'm saying when you are speculating about something is that there is no evidence to support what you're speculating about, then could it be that you're wrong? Because one of the things that this comes down to is this post where they had talked about their toroidal magnetic beings, whatever the fuck that is. And they can't spell thought. Thaught. No, it's Thought is thoughts. I don't know what fats is. However, they're very big on buzzwords. But once while meditating, I saw clearly in my mind's eye. Your imagination is your mind's eye. Let's just be crystal clear on what this person is claiming. Once while meditating, they imagined something. And I'm supposed to take it as gospel, or I'm being hateful and low vibrational and as many buzzwords as they can think of. But then it was something else caught my attention with this, and it was this SCILLIA. I looked it up. That word does not exist. Google had corrected it and asked, do you mean Scylla? So I checked on that. Well, what Scylla is, let me just let you see the Scylla, a large genus with about 90 species, a part of basically it's a plant. It's some kind of family that includes cold hardy varieties as well as tropical plants. In short, this is Scylla. That, and now each one lacked limbs, but rather had Scylla to propel themselves. They had flowers to propel themselves. Granted, this is in someone's imagination, their mind's eye. They're imagining shit, but you have one hell of an imagination if you think flowers can propel somebody. They might take this as I'm making fun of them or whatnot. I'm pointing out the stupidity of ideas like this. Now, what you also will see, a lot of this comes back to feelings that they had, and I really don't give two fucks about your feelings. But this was basically one of the latter that I had come across where they claim, and I've heard this over the years over and over and over again from Christians. You are the angry, low vibrational being. The Christians don't really go for the vibrational bullshit, but claiming that I am angry. In the other video I did on this, my tone was calm like it is now. I can get very passionate about things, but not this. The idea, this to me is more projection than anything. That they're projecting onto me what they are, the issues they're having. It's a typical psychological tactic. The thing is, they want to claim that I need to change my channel name, which seems pompous as hell. Because this person just found me the other day, and already basically there's been a falling out because I didn't kiss their ass enough, or maybe suck their tits enough, or suck their dick enough. I don't know. You guys can tell me. You can be the judge. But it's no wonder you have so little subs. Frankly, this person should be glad that I don't have more. Because if I would have a larger audience, the mocking and ridicule they would have gotten would have been epic. I've seen other YouTube channels where, like, even idiots like Shock of God or The Amazing Atheist, that if you have an issue with something they say, there is a clique, a tribe, a whatnot that will automatically jump to defending their idol. I don't particularly go for that. That's more high school type of bullshit. I'm not into it. But I recognize I can't control what my audience would per se do. But if I would have an audience like those channels and somebody like this show up spouting the crazy shit that they did there, oh my word, they would have been hounded and trolled endlessly. And not by me. They got pissy over my just saying, I can't find any evidence of this. The trolling and ridicule they would have gotten from a larger audience. I mean, my audience is fairly respectful, which you guys pat yourselves on the back for that. You don't typically go after morons like this. You either let them for me or you completely ignore them. That is far more mature than the vast majority of YouTube channels that are popular. But they go on to claim, I have not been sensitive. Really? This entire post here doesn't strike you as just a wee bit oversensitive? You are the one who has a mental illness. Really? Because I don't buy into your bullshit? You want to try and say I have some kind of mental illness? What would that be? But show me an alien. You see, everybody see that? What's your evidence of aliens? How about that, fucker? I can't definitively say it is, but I don't know what the fuck that is behind that person. If you want to try and say that you buy into this low vibrational or high vibrational bullshit and all of these other things, and yet show me an alien. What's your evidence of aliens? I've done all kinds of videos. I can't show in every video all of the evidence that I have come across because, frankly, it's just too damn much. But this picture in particular is, at the very least, weird. Who knows what somebody that is a nut job like this person will think of a picture like that? They'll probably think it's a demon, because that's their go-to. These religious fuckwads are very quick to demonize anything that doesn't look just as ugly as them. Anything that is even remotely different. You're a demon. You're evil. The thing is, they go on to claim that, and they do have the ability to do merely, but I never made a claim that what I said was true. Really? But rather merely shared what occultic experience I had. I need to clarify what the word occult means one more time. Religious people think occult is satanic, demonic, evil. It's one reason why there is a bit of my channel gets demonized a little bit because of its name, the occult think tank, because there's a lot of stupid people out there that do not understand the word occult simply means hidden or secret. It doesn't mean satanic. It doesn't mean demonic. It doesn't mean woo-woo's coming out of your ass. It simply means these are things that are either secretive or not really mainstream talking points. They're not things that are generally known. They're more hidden, secret, whatnot. It is where this idea of secret societies being occult because of the nature of the secret society that you have to be initiated into a particular group before you get access to certain information. It is a way to try to keep a mystique about that organization, like the Masons or whatnot. And frankly, it works. I'm not going to initiate any kind of initiation for the occult think tank horseshit. I'll just take away all the fancy disguises and so forth and simply have it, this is what it is. It is what it is. But what I really want you to, and you've probably already seen what I have highlighted in red, and recognize, those of you that have followed me for a while, that this, at the bottom, what I have highlighted in red, is a logical fallacy through and through. And it is one that is typical of a religious person. How can anyone look at nature and its complexity and not know it's the result of a creator that set everything into motion? That's an argument from incredulity. How do you determine, how do you know a universe that was set up by a creator and one that is random? How do you differentiate the two? If one would happen to come and, because of the laws of physics and so forth, and form and create life and have planets and so forth, everything like we do, how do you differentiate that from one that was created magically? I would really love to see what those two universes look like, and how can you, what universe do you have to compare ours to in order to say that this requires a creator? It makes me think of the one, Jesus fucking Christ. It really, when it comes to, if people want to talk about pissing someone off and being a dick, I can be a dick. I can do shit that will piss someone off and really, in a sense, stick the knife in and twist. That's where the meme with Jack Nicholson, oh, I pissed you off? Suck it up, buttercup. I'm an asshole. It's what I do. I like it. The thing is, people want to talk like this about this because one of the things they mentioned at the end were this archons bullshit. And I do want to touch on this briefly, because this is something in this article that I have in front of you. One, it uses the term that I had seen one of my subscribers had mentioned about what are my thoughts on Gnostic Christians. Frankly speaking, Gnostics, I see them as dishonest, because I am agnostic. I'm an agnostic, atheist, anti-theist. I do not know if a God exists. So that's why I use the term agnostic. If you're claiming to be Gnostic, you're claiming to know. And if you're claiming to know, I want to see the evidence upon which you know. Don't claim to have knowledge that you can't. That's my issue with Gnostics. But this also really pisses all over reincarnation, because there is what people would call reincarnation who would choose to incarnate into a sphere of suffering. The thing is, I'm not saying I buy into the reincarnation idea, but there is a reason for, to use the term incarnating, having a life that is to where you're suffering and so forth. Because if there is a soul, if there is something about you that lives on forever, then logically you wouldn't want every lifetime to be roses and flowers and nice cuddly shit. You learn nothing that way. Yes, when we're going through a period that is where you're suffering, it's not fun. But there can be a bigger lesson learned because of that suffering. And it could very well be that the reason they're having a particular life that they are is in order to learn a lesson, a very painful lesson, so that the soul that they are, the entity that they are, can learn and mature and grow, so that they never do again the things they did before. I am not saying that this is the way it is. I am merely speculating, giving a possible answer, and I am not angry. I am explaining something. I'm not trying to act as if you're dumb, even though the person that really, to use the term, inspired this, I think is a fucking idiot. The thing is, to call this a prison experiment, it tells me that whoever wrote this, is not aware of what is termed the Stanford prison experiment. That was a very dark experiment that was run, and it showed just how sadistic human nature is. The thing is, could there be a purpose, a bigger purpose, behind all of this shit? There could be. I can't say one way or the other on that. All I can say is maybe. But this idea that everything is just going to be blissful, energy, wonderful, all of the buzzwords that you can think of, that's all existence is going to be, it would get boring as fuck very quickly. I remember a Twilight Zone episode where a mobster had died and ended up in a casino, and all he did was win over and over. He couldn't lose. And there was a guide or whatever that was showing up, and he had said, "This is all well and good, but maybe I want to try that other place." Because he was just bored of Always winning, 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 every time, winning, winning, winning. No matter how much he gambled, he would always win, win, win. It made it meaningless. And the person had said to him, "What makes you think you're not in that other place?" The thing is, if everything is just one way, before long, it will seem like hell. No matter how much fun something is at the moment, if you make it that never ends, even the most pleasurable experience will become absolute torture if it never ends. This is where these people do not have the ability to think beyond the end of their fucking nose. They only want to go by what they feel. They don't want to go by the evidence. What can we prove? What things can we show? They only want to look for the particular buzzwords that fit their itchy ears. I'm not trying to blow smoke up anyone's ass or use buzzwords to try and make a video sound more impressive or whatnot. Horseshit. It is what it is. The thing is, I don't know if there is a higher power or whatnot. I see no evidence of it. And that may be by its design. That may be its intent. Because it would really fuck up this world and any lesson we're supposed to learn. If we would see that there's a magical or higher being, whatnot, observing everything. Because people, well, it gets back to the aspect of Q with Star Trek. That if you had access to an entity like Q that could do anything, snapping its fingers, you would stop trying to do things for yourself. Instead, you would constantly be badgering this fucker. Do this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It's all about me. And if you look at how Christians treat the God, it's how they treat their God or higher power or whatever buzzword you want to put to it. It's all about them. Do this, give me that, I want more. Me, me, me. And yet they will claim that it's all about this God and it's all for his glory. Horseshit. It's all about your own. It's all about pay attention to me. Look at me. Look how cute I am. Me, me, me. That is all this is. And this person got a major attitude because I wasn't making every video about them. Me, me, me. Do for me. Make me the center. And if you don't, oh, you're angry, you're low vibrational, you're whatever buzzword I can think of. And any way that I can attack you because you didn't kiss my ass properly. And this is the type of person that wants to try and advocate for a higher being, a higher power. I would say if such exists, then it would have no interest in them and it would probably be very pissed off at them because of the self-centered me, 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 and fuck you too attitude that they very clearly have. The thing is, there is not the occult think tank is not improperly named, for one, and it's not. I'm not narrow-minded. I simply want evidence. I'm not automatically going to buy into your bullshit just because you can spout off about something and toss buzzwords around. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be looking at you as the next Jesus fucking Christ. It's not going to happen. The thing is, could there be more? There could. But based on what I have seen thus far, I don't see where there is evidence of a higher being. All I see is something that is different, that we don't know. Like whatever is behind that person, we have no idea what it is or what it would think. All we're going by when we look at that is simply how it looks, the surface. That is no different than a racist looking at somebody and being, your skin is black, my skin is white, that makes you the devil. Horseshit. That is stupid bigotry through and through. That just because there is a surface difference, that you want to demonize the other, knowing nothing about what they stand for. These beings that look different than us, they could be the nicest entities in the world for all we fucking know. They could be trying to help guide our dumbasses. But these stupid fuckers are very quick to be, they're demons, they're Satan. Horseshit. Satan is a fictional character made up largely as a part of the carrot and stick of Christianity. The thing is, let me touch on where the origins of Satan and all of that could actually come from. There is what is termed ancient alien theory that puts forward the idea that humans were genetically engineered by the Anunnaki. And the reason that we were engineered to having the higher brain and so forth that we do is when the Anunnaki came here, they were mining for gold. And there was a bit of a rebellion among their people because their people didn't want to be down in the dark fucking mines doing the heavy backbreaking fucking labor that was required to mine for gold. So Enki, one of the Anunnaki, his brother was named Enlil. Enki genetically engineered the primitive life that was here to create a slave race. This is what it is termed ancient alien theory. It was something that Lloyd Pye had mentioned regarding the aspect of what he called intervention theory. The thing is, according to the Enuma Elish, which is the Epic of which is where the Epic of Gilgamesh comes from, the flood and so forth was the passing of Nibiru by, in its orbit past Earth, created this deluge. And that Enlil wanted to wipe out the human race because he didn't give two fucks about us. Whereas Enki, who had genetically engineered us, he apparently cared a bit more. So he set out to ensure that what he had created wouldn't die. Okay, fine. The thing is, all of this is largely speculation. There is some evidence with the writings and so forth with the Anunnaki, or with the Sumerians in ancient Sumer, and the various writings that the Sumerians had. But largely, I don't like the term theory because I go by what science looks at a theory, that a theory is something that has been demonstrably proven. I would say it's more of a hypothesis. It is something that is an idea that somebody has that hasn't fully been tested and vetted and proven. So it doesn't deserve the classification of a theory. It is simply a hypothesis. It is speculation. But that is speculation based on fragments of information that we have been able to come across. But it doesn't say anything about the political structure or sociological structure of Enki and Lil and whatever the Anunnaki are. We simply don't know. It is much like the Cain and Abel story and the whole Adam and Eve thing. We are lacking so many details that it is impossible for us to say definitively that this is the case, that this is the truth. No, we're speculating. We don't really know. And because of that, it is inappropriate for anyone to try claiming that anything is a demon or whatnot. Because frankly, there have been some people that could be termed evil, demonic, demons. People like Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, so forth. You could even toss in maybe Richard Kuklinski, the Iceman. Depending on the severity of their crime and the things that they did, we could look at them as they are evil. The truth is, we know far more about them than we do any extraterrestrial or alien race. We simply don't have enough data, evidence, to reach a conclusion one way or the other. To say that something or someone is evil based purely on the speculation that you're doing. You're not a high vibrational anything. You're not a positive anything. You're looking to demonize that which is different from you. And I have no time for it. This person, at least on BitChute, now that I can block people, I'm done with them. I've had enough. They showed up a few days ago, and within a few days, they showed their ass. And basically, they're out the door. If this is what having a larger subscriber base would mean, I don't know if I want to have thousands of dumbasses like this. I would love to have far more of the regular subscribers that I have, that you guys are very intelligent, very observant. You do make my channel much better. But there would be, with a growing YouTube channel, I would have some that, frankly, I wouldn't be addressing everybody because I wouldn't have time. I would more in that regard, with comments, I would let you guys basically bitch slap the person all you want, have fun with them. Basically, it would be humiliate them all you want. Go for it, would be my attitude. That I know I can be like a cat with a mouse and just be batting at it, and because that would be my entertainment type of thing. When I was with my ex, she wouldn't let me play with the stupid Christians that would try, like the Jehovah's Witnesses that would knock on the door and so forth. She would intervene and not let that happen too often. It was rare that she wasn't home and one of those dumbasses showed up and I got to play. And that is how I looked at it. Because my knowledge regarding everything with the ancient alien theory as well as the Bible, I could really play with these fuckwads and have a lot of fun. It wouldn't go anywhere, but it would be entertaining for a little bit. And if or when my YouTube channel grows to that point, I won't be dealing with dumbasses like this. I would leave that for you guys. And in that, it would be as nice or as vicious as you want to be. I'm not getting involved, because at that point I would be more focused on the videos that I'm putting out, not what stupid bullshit are you guys dealing with morons like this. But in that event, it would be one, if there would be one that would particularly get your attention, or get the attention of a bunch of you, I would say shoot me an email letting me know, hey, take a look at this fucker. And I would. But the truth of the matter is, it wouldn't be something that I would be interested in all that much. I would do it for shits and giggles. But feel free to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Talk to you later, people.